So let's get into it. Tim Baker, well, his best-selling books are the ones that tell the lives of others. World champion surfers like Mick Fanning and Occy, Rabbit Bartholomew. But his favourite books, you can pick those by the dedications. So High Surf, for instance, is dedicated to his lovely wife, Kirsten. And Surfari, which tells the story of his family going travelling all around Australia for a year. That was dedicated to Mum and Dad for taking me to the beach and instilling a love of language. This story, A Surfer's Paradise, is dedicated to his son and daughter for reasons that will become apparent. It also comes with an apology. Usually you say dedicated to, we have to have apologies to the granddaddy of Surfer's Paradise, Jim Campbell, and 90s gangster rapper Coolio. And on that note, please welcome Tim Baker.
Yo. When I first came to this place, I can't quite say in what way, but I felt out of place. Living in a place where anything went because people came and went. This was a place to holiday, but to stay? I was a city boy, Melbourne born, who done a slow northerly drift, inhaled Sydney's decadent gifts in 5 glorious years, then found myself here. Unsure what I'd found. Was it a city, a big country town, a string of villages, a city unwound? Claude Carnell once sung, "It's hot in Brisbane, but it's cool in Gatta." 50 years later, Midnight Oil asked Coolangatta, "What's the matter?" And David Byrne's words rang in my ear when he asked, "How did I get here?" Spending most of my life living in a surfer's paradise. I keep spending most of my life living in a surfer's paradise. I met a publisher at a party in Hawaii who asked me if I'd ever thought of living on the GC. I could honestly answer no. "Think about it," he said, and flew me up to show me a desk with a view of Burleigh Point, which seemed like a low blow. Even let me stay at his joint. Met the whole crew at the old Burleigh Theatre Arcade. It seemed like the perfect place for a surfing magazine to be made. So my mouth said, "Where do I sign?" I went back to my old job and promptly resigned. Spending most of my life living in a surfer's paradise. I keep spending most of my life living in a surfer's paradise. I've been spending most of my life living in a surfer's paradise. I've been spending most of my life living in a surfer's paradise. From Melbourne to Sydney to the GC, my brother told me I was seeking out cities with ever more hedonistic environments. He predicted my next move would be to a bar in Manila, a sleazy bon vivant. And he wasn't far off the mark. Dollar nights and drink cards, Fisho's cocktails and dreams, the party, the patch, Hill Street. I'm ashamed to say I even accepted an invitation to judge a bikini parade. But when in Rome they say, though they also say judge not lest you be judged, make of that what you may. Why are we so blind to see there's a real paradise beneath the GC? I said, why are we so blind to see There's a real paradise beneath the GC. Been spending most of my life living in a surfer's paradise. I keep spending most of my life living in a surfer's paradise. I've been spending most of my life living in a surfer's paradise. I've been spending most of my life living in a surfer's paradise. But the waves made up for a multitude of sins, washed away the haze of another drunken binge. My boss taught me the perfect hangover cure, a lunchtime surf followed by a large Con Ricardo nachos with a side order of jalapenos from Montezuma's. And it worked for a while. I managed to keep up a smile. Somehow we got a magazine out 12 times a year with a youthful live for the day, good cheer, slide nights and rowdy banter and beer to choose each issue's imagery. Early morning runs to D-Bar or the Causey, lunchtime surfs at the Point or the Beaches, trips to Bell's Beach, Indo and Hawaii. It was all a blur, all great fun until it wasn't anymore, and I was done. Why are we so blind to see there's a real paradise beneath the GC? Why are we so blind to see there's a real paradise beneath the GC?
Everyone, why are we
So blind to see there's a real paradise beneath the GC. Why are we so blind to see there's a real paradise beneath the GC?
been spending most of my life living in a surfer's paradise? Keep spending most of my life living in a surfer's paradise. Been spending most of my life living in a surfer's paradise. I've been spending most of my life living in a surfer's paradise.
I hit the wall as I approached 30, burnt out, fed up, down and dirty. I went travelling, fled the mainstream, discovered yoga, meditation, and the woman of my dreams. Kirsten grew up here but decided to flee to Melbourne around the time I landed on the GC. It's as if we'd been orbiting each other, discovered the craziest coincidence from our mothers. If I was a girl, I was going to be called Kirsten. If she was a boy, she would have been Tim. It was fate. She moved into my treehouse in Currumbin, wooed by my illegal grey water plumbing. I discovered the hinterland, the green behind the gold, found a community of like-minded souls, rainforests and waterfalls behind the beach, Art Deco Dust Temple, the Eco Village Bleach. I even made the basement stage at Hotter, representing our son and daughter. You see, I'd once been a sneering southerner, but now our children are Gold Coasters. Sneering is no longer an option. One's a poet, the other a musician. A cultural wasteland, they say, not around here, no way. You see, there's two ways for darkness to be handled. You can curse the night or you can light a candle. And our two are shining bright with words and tunes to take up the fight. I never saw it turning out this way, but I found my place and here I'll stay.
Why are we so blind to see
There's a real paradise, it's Yugambeh country. Why are we so blind to see? It's a real paradise called Yugambeh country. Been spending most of my life living in a surfer's paradise. All together now, I've been living most of my life living in a surfer's paradise. I keep spending most of my life living in a surfer's paradise. I keep spending most of my life living in a surfer's paradise. Been spending most of my life living in a surfer's paradise. I keep spending most of my life living in a surfer's paradise. I keep spending most of my life living in a surfer's paradise. I keep spending most of my life living in a surfer's paradise. Thank you.